Well, hello there, friends and family. I do hope all of you are well and doing fine. As well as I do hope those of you 50 years or older are now self-isolating. That's exactly what I've been doing. But if you watched my last video, you'll know I still had one thing left to do, and that was pick up enough of my prescriptions to go longer than the 85 days I had for my blood pressure medicine and the 30 days or less on the medication I take to help with my COPD. Well, those have been filled, and that's what I'm doing today. I don't want to be out here. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, and you got to take precautions. Now, when I last spoke to you, my state didn't have any confirmed cases of coronavirus, but I did tell you they were here. We just hadn't found them yet. As of right now, Monday morning, we have 22 confirmed cases. Now I'm sure it's 10 times or 100 times more than that. Now, there are no confirmed cases in my particular county, but I am on the west side of the river in Elmore County, and they do have one confirmed case. And that's what I'm really hating about this notifying by county. I don't know whether it's in my little town here, Tallahassee, or whether it's in Wetumpka, Electric, don't know. But it is what it is. But that doesn't mean I'm not prepared to be out here. Now, I have my N95 mask, brand spanking new. I also have a surgical glove. And what I'll be doing with these, before I go in, I'll put on a pair. I'll go into the pharmacy, pick up my prescriptions. I will exit, and before I touch my car, I will strip these off and dispose of them. Then I also have my little bag of Clorox wipes, where at that time I will wipe my hands down anyway. So, I am prepared. Am I scared to be out here? No. Am I worried? Yes. Am I nervous? Yes, I am. But my little small town doesn't deliver. And I have nobody they'll release them to. I've tried that in the past, and they just say they can't do it. But that's for other problems we have in the area. So, I gotta stop here at our local CVS. Then I gotta go pick up the medication I use for my COPD at Walmart. Now, I'm not gonna be taking you in either place. I apologize, but I just can't. I'm gonna run on in, get what I gotta get, and I'm gonna get the damn hell out of there. And I'm gonna get back to the house on the east side of the river, and that's where I'm going to be holed up for what it looks like a minimum of 4 months, because that's what's starting to be recommended for those of us 60 and older. And I would probably group in the 50 and older if it was me, if you can. And I understand if you can't, but know this, I'll be praying for you, and I think we should all be praying for each other. So with all that said, let me get this on done. Now, what I will be doing on the way back through town, I'll put y'all up on the dash and let you see just how it looks here in my little small town in South Alabama. So pray for me, and let's get this done and get back on to the house. Trixie's waiting on me. Well, that was interesting in there, folks. There was a young person, sorry there, y'all slipping off, Still haven't got that dash mount. But there were two other youngers, I would say mid-20s. Might have been early 20s. And of course they were having a discussion about how they're not all that too worried about it because their immune systems are so strong and that they don't hardly ever get anything. Well, that's all good and fine for them, but as you all know, for people our age and older, it's just not looking pretty out there, folks. Not pretty at all. But that's how the younger generations look at this. They're bulletproof. And those of us who are older, I'm sure they just don't value us as much as they might think they do when we're all gone. But I got you up there so y'all can see just what it looks like today as we're heading on in through town to go up to Walmart. And you can see the parking lot's full. Traffic's all out and about. People aren't doing what they need to be doing. And like I said in last Thursday's video, this is going to blow up in the United States, the likes of which God has not seen, because we're just not doing the right things as a people or as a government. But I'm going to shut up now and let y'all enjoy the scenery for what it is here. Ain't much, it's just our little town in South Alabama. Well, to keep y'all from falling down, I think I'll just hold you here a while. Because we're just running on up here to Walmart. We'll run in there real quick. And then we're going to run on back to the house. But, as you can see, it's pretty much business as usual around here. I am getting old. I forgot to clip in my seat belt. But we're here at Walmart now. And we didn't die. But let me find a parking place because we're going to make a mad dash. And you can see it's quite busy for a Monday morning. Sorry for that little chiming. It's all part of getting old, I guess. I'm gonna put y'all up and I'm gonna run on in here to Walmart real quick. Okay? there wasn't a soul in there but me taking precautions in our neighborhood Walmart. Not a soul. Now, I was surprised. The pharmacist who came up to wait on me and get my medications, they put on a new pair of surgical gloves for they stepped up to the counter. They didn't do that over at CVS. Just goes to show you, it just goes to show you how things are just being done differently all over America. Some states are doing this, other states are doing that. Some companies are doing this, some are doing that. It's just ridiculous. We have no national guidance. None at all. And there's no way this is going to end well. And as we go back through town, you'll see it's just another, every day, here in my small town, South Alabama. People just don't give a damn. Excuse my language. And especially young people. They don't give one bit of damn. I've done overheard too much conversation today. I just had to get out of there before I said something I should say, but then really shouldn't, if you know what I mean. Well, we're heading back across to the east side of the river, Tallapoosa County. At least, unless something's changed, when I left the house, we didn't have any confirmed cases of the coronavirus on this side of the river yet. Hopefully, we still don't, because that is my last trip for 6 months across this bridge, unless one of my children need me, or an ambulance takes me across. No other way am I coming back into town. It's over. Thank God I could get my prescriptions filled in advance finally. Home again. This is where we're going to stay for at least 4 months, maybe 6 months, maybe 9 months. But I know it's going to be for at least 4 months, and we done. Time to batten down the hatches and call it good, folks. Well, I'm going to get this car unloaded, and I'm going to get this little bit of stuff I picked up in the house. So like I said, I only got a couple of things. Got something left over in the trunk from my last shopping trip. Been out here forever. Pick up my couple bags of medicine. I'm in the house, and we're going to be here at the house for now a good 4 months or more. Who will know? But we'll take you along on the journey, I'm sure. Probably not every day, but maybe every few days, or when something interesting happens. How much interesting can happen staying on my one little half acre and in the house? Of course, we could do some cooking, and we're going to do some gardening, and we'll still walk out in the big woods, because there ain't nobody out there but me. So let me get this stuff out of the car, and we'll chat with you here in a bit. Well, y'all, as you can see, I'm back at the house. Got what little bit I got, put it on in there. Something I want to talk about right now is I was extremely anxious today when I went out. I wish I didn't have to do that. I wish I could have got my prescriptions filled when I went out Thursday. I'm just grateful that I was able to get them filled today. I was also very grateful that I had the protective measures that I had, such as, you know, an N95 mask, gloves, wipes. And the reason I say that is because of what I saw today, among many other things. You see, I saw this elderly lady. She had to be in her 70s, and she was at CVS, and she was over where the hand sanitizer was and antibacterial hand soap was, and of course there's nothing left, and she was just staring at it, and I felt so bad for her. She is one of those who obviously need it. And we talked for a moment, and she said, well, I just don't understand why it's all gone. And I said, well, I do hope the people that bought it all up realize they left so many people out, especially like you. Like I said, I felt so bad for her. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't get that much here as far as hand sanitizer and bacterial hand washing stuff. I think I got half of a bottle left of hand washing stuff, a couple bottles of hand sanitizer. But then I left there after, went on up there to Walmart. And while I was doing what I needed to do there at the pharmacy, started overhearing conversations. And since the schools are closed here in Alabama, there were a lot of young people there with their parents, or, you know, mostly their mothers. And of course, there was a lot of disgruntled young people. But it wasn't only, you know, people that were young and in their teens. It was people in their 20s and 30s. And they were really taken aback. They thought all this was crazy, blown out of proportion. They didn't understand what all the fuss was about. And the more I listened, the more I wondered, do you not realize the risk is to your own great-grandparents, your grandparents, and even maybe your parents, depending on your age? Yeah, the risk isn't about you, and I get it. When you're that age, you think you're bulletproof, and I was the same way. In fact, I literally thought I was bulletproof. Now, it wouldn't be too long in my 20s that was proved wrong. Then later on, in my early 30s, it was definitely proved wrong, and that's why I know a little bit of thing about strange incidents and viruses. But the more I was in Walmart, the more disturbed I got to a point where I didn't know whether to cry or just get infuriated. Because you see, when I was growing up, we were taught to respect our elders. And I'll tell you this, I remember the stories from the Great Depression, the hardships, what they had to do. I learned from that. And because of that, I too have been able to get by when I had little to nothing. And what I don't think these younger people realize is without those of us that they now call boomers, many of them would not be alive today. I take a look at my own professional career as a process engineer. You know, I've worked in personal care products, food processing, computers and electronics. I've worked in medical equipment as well as medical diagnostics and medical testing, as well as the automotive sector here the last, probably 15 years. And during the course of my careers, there was never nothing that I did that I intentionally did to harm another. Now there was a period in my life when I did work for military contractors. And even then, when I was doing that, I felt I was doing the right thing to help protect Americans. Not only my children, my families, but all of yours. And there became a time, because of the projects I was working on, that I had a epiphany of conscience, you might say. And I stepped down. I resigned my position. And it wasn't at no cost. It was at great cost to me financially and great cost to me professionally. And because of it, it would haunt me the rest of my career. But, you know, I've been part of teams that help develop medical equipment that save lives. I've been a part of teams and led teams that have innovated food processing that have allowed us to feed the billions on this planet now, as well as led and been a part of engineering teams that built the computers that now all of you depend on, as well as your cell phones. I don't really think our younger people realize, yeah, we didn't always do the right things, but we didn't know in most cases. It's easy to look back in history and say it was so obvious. But when you're living it and you're going through life and you're trying to do the right thing, it's not so easy. Trust me. It just isn't. But like I said, I was totally disturbed today. At times, I got infuriated. And I wanted to lash out and say something. Not every time when somebody looked around and saw me standing there, they shut their damn mouths. They stepped to the side and let me pass, or they were quick to walk on. See, that makes me think that they know it just ain't right. You see, folks, those of us in our 60s and older, we're not disposable. And you will miss us when we're gone. I miss my great-grandparents. I miss my grandparents dearly. And my parents, oh, I miss my father and my mother every day that I live. And if I could have anything in life, it'd be to have them back again. That's not possible. And as this coronavirus continues on, they're going to start losing their great-grandparents, their grandparents, and their parents. They're going to lose the people who put a man on the moon, develop agriculture, food processing, and resources that feed billions now. They're going to miss the people who, without the aid of the internet or Google or these amazing computers we have now, built the marvels they all depend on. They're about to see what they have lost. But then it'll be way too late. But I'm here now at the house. I won't leave again. If I run out of something, I'll do without. Like I said in my previous video, unlike so many people nowadays, I'm from that generation and we know what doing without's all about. If I run out of potatoes, I'll eat rice. If I run out of rice, I'll eat pasta, or what have you. When I run out of all that, I'll eat something. And what I'll be doing here over the coming days and weeks into months, I'm going to be growing some stuff on this old piece of ground. Ain't much. Half acre. I'll tell you what, once upon a time, you fed a family of 4, and it'll feed me again. I've got the lakes where I can fish. I've got the big woods where I can hunt. And I know how to do all that, as well as forage. I know how to see different things for foraging for food, as well as medicinal. And I don't even got to carry a smartphone with me or contact Mr. Google. Now, I do hope this passes and we are all saved. But you know what I think about all this is, when this is done and passed, regardless of how bad it is, the generations we leave behind definitely regret what happened today in the coming near future. With that said, folks, I'm going to leave you with this. Now, with all that said, it wasn't all the young people talking bad about us oldsters and our boomers. You know, it wasn't all the youngsters talking bad about us boomers and oldsters. But it was enough to make me realize we as humanity no longer value those that came before us. And that'll be to our detriment. Because one day, old Mr. Google ain't going to work. The internet isn't going to be on. The TV isn't going to play. And where will you be? So y'all, till I see you on the next video, I want all of you out there to take care. Stay safe. I damn sure hope all of you are prepared, especially those close to my age and older. Stay home. And stay home as long as you can. Don't put your life at risk for something that you don't need and you can get by without. I had to risk my life today to get my prescription medicines. I will not risk it again. And I've made arrangements with my son, should I desire anything, run short. He'll go get it, bring it on by, and leave it on the front porch. And I suggest all of y'all make those same arrangements with one of your children, a neighbor, or some other young person that's less susceptible to succumbing to this virus. And as always, y'all, I surely do hope God blesses each and every one of you. And I want y'all to be bowing your head every night and praying for all of us. Because I do every night. I pray for me, my children, my grandson, my family, each and every one of you that I've grown to know and care for. So until I see you next time, goodbye for now. What you saying, Magoo? What's up, buddy? You're with me. You'll be at my side, and you and Trixie, huh? Where's Cleo? What do you say there, Magoo? I love you too. You're my little buddy. Now, I better go in, because Trixie will be pissed. Okay?